Alright everybody, today I want to talk about giant characters that could come to OnePiece Bounty Rush. We have 9, I believe? Yeah, 9 characters I have on here. Of course I probably forgot some characters, but 9 that I could think of to come to OnePiece Bounty Rush. Of course we just got Dory and Brogy, so we know giants are now a possibility. And I just want to talk about who could possibly come in the game as a giant, and then some of these characters could be normal size or giant size because they have, two different forms, some they're devil fruit or whatever. But alright, let's do the first character. So the first character I think that could come is Morley from the Revolutionary Army. We could have Morley and then that raccoon guy get the other 2 commanders of the Revolutionary on OnePiece Bounty Rush as a celebration, and maybe they come during anniversary and Sabo's an EX. That'd be a cool month we could have if that's will happen, if Sabo's an EX. He definitely deserves one. But so we have Morley. Of course, Morley has a cool devil fruit where he can dig underground, so definitely could be a runner. Definitely will be a runner, I think. I think it would be I guess he could be a teleporting defender, but not many of these characters on this list could be runners. I mean, OnePiece Bounty Rush can make whoever they want a runner if they really wanted to. But if they want to make sense, this guy and one other character I have on this list are the only 2 that could probably possibly be a runner. So Morley, of course, could be a very good runner, maybe a defender, teleport to treasures by digging underground, either like Senor Pink's ability, or maybe they'll just teleport where they go underground and come up on a treasure. Pretty OP ability, probably, if that does happen. But Morley is the first giant character. Next we have hajrudin, I believe that's how you say it. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce his name. Hajrudin? So, probably something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but he is a Straw Hat Grand Fleet member. He probably will be attacker if I were to guess. Defender is a possibility, but I think attacker would make most sense for him. Of course, he's just a regular giant character. Honestly, probably the least hyped giant character on this list. No one cares. I don't think anyone cares for him. They would only be hyped because he's a giant character, but he is next. And yeah, I just think he'd probably be an attacker. I don't see any special ability he could have or anything. Probably the most boring character on this list, in my opinion. Alright, next we have Pica. Of course, Pica's giant stone form he has. He could also be, I don't know, maybe a transforming giant character. That is a possibility. I think he'll just be a normal giant character, but just make him in his stone form. They could just make him his small form also and not even make the giant form at all. But I think his giant form would be a lot cooler. Of course, he is the other character I said that will probably be runner, or only has the possibility to be runner. Of course, he can go underground and pop up anywhere, just like Morley's devil fruit. Anywhere there's stone, pretty much. Which, of course, the game doesn't care what you're standing on. It could be anything for them. But I think Pica would be a very good runner. Teleport treasures, dig underground, whatever he will do. They could also make him a defender if they really wanted to. I just made him runner because I just think the game doesn't, like, there's not many giants that can be runner. So I just made him runner. He could play a cool defender though, if you really wanted to. Alright, next we have a pretty hype character. This character, I could say, will probably be EX if he comes, or the possibility of being EX. I think I only have 2 EX characters on this list, and then one that's possibly could be an EX. So this is one of them. This is Douglas Bullet, of course. You saw him in the Stampede movie. We already have his, like, human form, so we could definitely use his giant form. They would have to scale him down a lot, though. Of course, the game scales everyone down a lot. Even the other giants are scaled down pretty much. But yeah, just scale him down a bit because he's like the size of an island. I think he could be a really good defender. Of course, he could just have a Whitebeard / Blue Kaido type attack that hits all the treasures at once, stuff like that. And I think, yeah, he would be a pretty good defender. They could make him runner if you want, same thing, just teleport on treasures or whatever they want to do. But defender would probably be his best typing if I were to pick type for him. They could also make him his just like full body hockey, whatever, kind of normal human form if they really wanted to. But I think this one's a lot cooler, making him a giant character. I'm not sure when they'll get a chance to make him, but he definitely could be EX. Do I think he will? Probably not, but he definitely has EX potential. Alright, next we have is Tanky Franky. Of course we already have him in the game, but now giant characters exist. We can actually make him actual size. Of course, Tanky Franky is not even a slither of what he actually is in the show. He is gigantic, so I think a really cool Tanky Franky unit would be cool. I believe this Franky, the Tanky Franky V1 we have, is from Fishman, right? Because I don't think he used it in Saba Odi. I don't think he used it in Punk Hazard. Pretty sure he didn't use it in Dressrosa. He was in Whole Cake Island, and he used it a little bit in Wano. So we can make a Wano version or whatever. Did he use it in Egghead? I don't think so, but maybe he did. I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, Tanky Franky, updated version would be cool. Honestly, I doubt they'll do this, but imagine they buff Tanky Franky V1 and make him a giant character. That'd be cool. I do love Tanky Franky, but I think a normal buff would work for him. He's already pretty OP, even though he's extremely old. He has status effect remove, stuff like that. Or does he have status effect remove? He can't be stunned or whatever, or stun time goes down. But overall, I think he's a really good character still. But buffed him, making him a giant would be insane. But I'd rather them just make a new character, probably. Alright, next character, we have another character they'll definitely have to scale down. San Juan Wolf, Blackbeard pirate, of course. He is already the size of an island, alone, without his devil fruit. And of course he has, big fruit, something like that. And he can extend his size to who knows how big. He already can walk in the ocean without his devil fruit active. He's just that big. If you saw him at Marineford, he was like just as big as Marineford itself. He is gigantic. And yeah, of course they'll scale him down. Of course every character in the game is pretty much scaled down except normal human characters. Even Whitebeard and Kaido, they're like 28 feet, but yet they're only like 2 times Luffy. So they are definitely scaled down already. Even the giants we got, they're what, 56 feet I believe I looked up. And they are, yeah, definitely not close to 56 feet in the actual game, probably. But, yeah, San Juan Wolf would be a cool, not sure what he would be, probably just a basic attacker or a basic defender. He hasn't shown anything too cool. You know, now that I think about it, I just remembered someone. I'm not going to put him in here, but Pizarro would be another character that could be a giant. Of course, he can become an island itself. I'm not sure how that would work. Imagine Pizarro just as a character that doesn't spawn in necessarily. He'll be like somewhere off in the map. He won't be shown on the map and he'll just be kind of hidden. And he can control the treasure areas. Imagine that. That'd be insane. Someone tries to grab it, you activate your skill and it just pops up and you just control the whole map around you. That would be so insane. Except you're like enemies' treasure areas. Of course, it'd be way too OP if you could just control your enemies' treasure areas also. That would be insane. Actually, that is cool. That could be an EX level character. Of course, he won't be EX. He's not hype enough. But, I mean, they made S-Snake and Lucci. But, that would be insane now that I think about it. Zoro as a giant, or not a giant character, but just him being able to control the whole island or the whole treasure areas. He'll just spawn in and just hide somewhere. And he can just control everything. Yeah, that'd be cool. But back to San Juan Wolf, yeah, basic attacker, basic defender. I don't think he has necessarily cool forms or anything like that. Just like big punch, big kick. Nothing he can really do that's necessarily cool. But overall, he'll be a giant, cool character. Alright, next we have our first EX. This character will definitely be EX. If he's not EX, I'd be extremely surprised. Giant EX Gearfifth Luffy. Of course, we already got Gearfifth Luffy. We'll get a V2 eventually. It's bound to happen. And what better to make him a giant character? Some people probably would prefer a normal size Gear 5 Luffy, just like V1. That's just like updated and better. But imagine giant Gear 5th sorry, Luffy. Giant Gear 5th Luffy. Of course, when he fought Kaido, he was using Kaido as a jump rope, and Kaido in his dragon form is gigantic, so the fact Luffy could use him as a jump rope just shows how big he is. And also on Egghead, he did that giant attack trying to eat Lucci with his face. That's also another possibility they could do for a giant form. And yeah, he's just a giant character overall. And a giant gear for Luffy that can be all types, defender, attacker, and runner, would just be insane, in my opinion. And I honestly, like, they need to eventually make a giant EX character, right? So what better to do it than Luffy? Bullet could be the first giant EX, but we'll see. Maybe we won't ever get a giant EX, but I think he would be perfect. Alright, next character, I honestly don't think is too likely to come, unfortunately. But also, if he does come, probably an EX character, we have a Buddha form Sengoku in his golden, bronze, Buddha, whatever you would call it, form. Is this his hybrid form or his full beast form, you think? I'm gonna say his full beast form, but who knows. Yeah, his hybrid form would probably just make him the regular size and make him like bronze or whatever. But Sengoku would be an amazing EX, probably the one I want most on this list as a giant character. He would be a crazy defender. Maybe he puts like shockwaves on all treasure areas at once, just like Kaido's attack, except it's a shockwave. And yeah, he would just be an amazing, cool character. Definitely the one I personally would want the most on this list. And yeah, he would be insane. Of course, he's only ever used this in Marineford, so it'd have to be a Marineford Sengoku. Unless they just make him old Sengoku and then make his old version, but he's never used it in the show or manga as his older form. But Sengoku would be an amazing defender slash attacker. Maybe attacker, I don't know. I feel like his shockwaves are just too powerful to just be a defender, but I love defenders, so I would personally rather have him a defender. Make shockwaves on all the treasure areas and then have skill 2, just some knockback punch or something like that, or stomp something. And yeah, he would be an amazing EX. Maybe if an Admiral EX ever comes, an Admiral EX celebration ever comes, we get Kizu, Fujitora, Green Bull, LKG as his Admiral form. Okay, we probably won't get Admiral EX LKG. We'll probably get Blackbeard EX LKG, but yeah, definitely would be cool. Unfortunately, I don't think this will happen, but we will see. Maybe. Alright, finally, we have the last character. Before I show this character, you click off now if you don't want manga spoilers. This is slight manga spoiler. This character appeared in the anime, but their full, like, intention, form, and whatever has not been shown. So click off now if you don't want to be spoiled. This is the last character I'm going to show, so not going to miss much if you click off now if you don't want to be spoiled. But here we go. Next we have is Emeth, the giant ancient robot from Egghead. Of course, in the latest chapter, one of the latest chapters, it's like 4 chapters ago now, he used a knot of Joy Boy's haki to knock all the Gorosei back to Merigawa, and then Saturn got knocked back to the ship. Speaking of them, before I continue, the Gorosei also could all be giant characters if they're in the full beast form. I think I'd prefer their hybrid forms. Wait, most of them could be a giant character in their hybrid forms, let's be honest. Well, actually, we only know 2 of their hybrid forms. Saturn could be hybrid giant character, and then Saint Ethan could be just a regular size hybrid character. They can make it like that if they wanted to. But back to Emeth. Emeth, of course, used Joy Boy's haki to knock back all of the characters. He has a past with Joy Boy. He's met Joy Boy. And he was fueled by Luffy's heartbeat, of course. Reminded him of Joy Boy, and he finally woke up and He threw a few punches at the Gorosei, stuff like that. Not crazy attacks. He'd probably just have maybe a nuke attack where he unknots Joy Boy's hockey, sending everyone on the map flying back or something like that. And then he'll just have like a basic punch or kick or something like that, or maybe even a blast. But Emeth, I could see being in EX. I'm not sure if this character will ever even get a character in One Piece Bounty Rush. It's very possible this character never comes to One Piece Bounty Rush ever. But Emeth would be cool. Zunisha would be cool also, but I don't think Zunisha would be possible even if they scale him down a lot. Zunisha is literally like a whole country. I mean, yeah, he is a whole country. So there we go. That is the giant characters I want to come to One Piece Bounty Rush and that I could think of. Not sure who I missed. I definitely missed some people. Whoever I missed, hopefully they weren't too cool. But hopefully we get more giant characters in the future. Like I said, I don't think we'll get a giant character until right before next anniversary, right after next anniversary, or sometime in between anniversary. If they maybe like EX Giant Gear for Luffy comes, or just some random bounty fest. Maybe like EX Sabo comes, like I said, and then Morley and the raccoon guy become bounty fest with him, and Morley's a giant character and the raccoon guy's just a normal. But there we go.